Alrighty, y'all. It's been about a week and a half since I played Beacon Pine, and we left off, I believe, at the beginning of chapter 3. So just after they woke up in Grandma's house, and you're in the middle of a conversation with Gran. So I'm gonna try to get through the third chapter in this session, and then we're gonna be streaming a few other things today too. But let's get into this one.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
But I probably won't though. Wait just a second and we're gonna get to running around and doing shit.
A faint electronic sound floated in the air. Luca glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think. A pit formed in Luca's stomach. Luca's mouth felt dry. Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat. Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those things always get dirty anyway. Luca stuck a those things always get dirty. Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
I'm doing pretty good today, Toasted. Hope you're doing good too. I've seen some of your adventuring on Facebook recently. Looks like you had a lot of fun, or at least got to take in some really good views.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Shopper Valentine. Young Shopper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pine. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Shopper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Riverfence Fund.
A bit much, if you ask me. Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing. The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis. Mycological phosphorescence. The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs. Oh, the cobs I've eaten, a salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous. Sally Seashore's Simple Succulent Sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible. A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu. There were rarely any actual new editions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week. Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing. Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology. He gestured to the shelves. Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way. Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably. Beck pulled a coin from her pocket. The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use. Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted. After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost. Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals. As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust. Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought. Well, time to bust out the strange. Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye. At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach. Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze. Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up. The person at the warehouse, this strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
I don't really believe this guy, but
Beck glanced toward Luca.
yeah, right? I don't think you will, kid, but we'll see, I guess.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4.
Which we're gonna start, and then playthrough next time. So let's get into this fourth chapter, and then I'm gonna call it for this session.
Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for hanging out, chatting, commenting, messages, all that good stuff. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes with Night in the Woods. We're gonna play through a chapter of that one.